empowering you to build better lives. That's what we do. Okay, so welcome to today's Empower Podcast. The podcast is dedicated to making you the best version of yourself as you empower others to make the best version of theirs. I am here today with two amazing women who look beautiful.
Thank you so
Not just today, I almost said today, but not just today.
Only today.
Carly Durst, Gretchen, Zachary, thank you for being on the podcast.
You're welcome. I actually just got married a month ago, so my new last name.
I was going to ask, you're hyphenated now.
Yeah, well, I was hyphenated before, so you got to drop all those. I dropped all of them.
You're dropping all
I went from Carly Ann Redmond Durst to Carly Ann Tishner. Tishner.
Carly Tishner.
Yep.
Durst.
Nope.
Redmond
I
Durst.
dropped it all.
Carly Tishner.
Tishner. T-I-S-C-H-N-E-R.
How do you feel about dropping your easy name for a last name?
That's not easy. I think
Redmond
this is easier.
Tishner.
I've been waiting for the day. I've been waiting for the day my whole life to get rid of the double hyphenated last name.
Tishner. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So we're going to come back to that, and then Gretchen Zachary.
Yes.
Which I was thinking while you were on stage downstairs. I was thinking, I don't think I ever have called you by your formal, legal, new last name
Probably not.
until
Right now.
Right now.
This is
So
the moment.
congratulations
Thank you
on
so
doing
much.
that. And I see that you have finished the birthing process.
I have. Thank you.
And the baby's out.
The
baby. What would we the birth?
The birth
This
happened.
is why we don't see. This is why we don't talk about it.
You're the one who brought it up.
Men can't talk about pregnancy anymore. We don't know how.
Just say you had a baby.
out.
How old is she now?
Yeah. How is your baby?
She's great. She's 15 months, thriving.
And she's swimming.
She's swimming. Lennon.
Cutest little thing.
She is the
She
cutest.
looks
cute.
like you and Troy's. Well, your child.
It's crazy how that works.
She looks like a mix of them both. It's crazy.
It's almost like she looks like her parents.
She does look like it. Well, usually
Yeah.
a child looks like one or the other.
Yeah, fair.
And so, anyways, but it's great to have you both here. We're doing a live event downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling this might be the most viewed podcast when we actually post this stuff. You
Probably.
think this is going to happen? So we got to get into some content.
Yes.
So,
Let's do it.
so first of all, quick introductions. How long have you both been with New Skin with the business?
I started November 2018. I was 23 years old. So I'm coming up on, I kept calculating it. I'm coming up on my 7th year anniversary, which I thought it was 8.
And you started
It was
when?
2.
I know, it's only 7. I started in 2018.
In 2018.
Yes.
Okay.
And I was 23.
And you
So
were 23.
I had just graduated from college, and I had a full-time job, and I was like, man, I'm expensive.
Yep.
I need
This is
something
not
else.
going to work.
Yeah.
This is my income and my lifestyle
Are not
at odds.
matching up. Yep.
Absolutely. And then Gretchen, you joined because we did a podcast with you previously
Mm-hmm.
in 2020.
Yes.
At the height of the lockdown.
Literally.
And
crazy.
And I want, because our listeners, viewers, tribe has already heard your story, and we're going to get into yours in our next podcast. What I really want to focus on is your partnership, because we only have a few minutes together.
Yep, sure.
And you have often been referred to as the right and left side of the brain.
Yes.
And every time I see you together, I see why that is the case. And it is true you finish each other's sentences, but it's also true that you guys are amazing business partners. And I want to dive into what makes a great partnership with the two of you.
that.
I love that
too.
So thinking about the foundation of this company, I always hear of Blake, Sandy, Steve talking about the magic of never, the lessons of being a part of great partnerships.
Yeah.
Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett, right? Steve Jobs, Wozniak. And I'm not comparing either of you to Wozniak or either of you to Steve Jobs.
I'll take Steve
yeah.
Jobs.
But partnerships
Totally.
are key in business because they, for lots of different
Yeah.
reasons, right? The strengths and weaknesses,
Sure.
splitting the work. Sandy always says, we never quit on the same day, right? You go through hard times, you support each other. We just listened to James Lawrence downstairs talking about his wingmen, the support. But you've been partners on this journey. I want to dive into how you became partners, how that all happened, the match up, and then I want to get into what makes you guys a great partnership that maybe some of these folks can learn from, including.
Like our love story.
It is.
So let's tell the love story. Let's talk about the cute meet.
Okay.
Cute. Oh,
You know
I
what
love
the
that.
cute meet is,
yes.
right?
Yes, in
The
a
cute
movie
meet.
when they meet.
And the meet cute.
Or the scene.
Is it the meet cute?
No, it's the-
I have no idea.
I think it is the meet.
Did you get that from the movie The Holiday?
Yes.
I think it was from
Yeah.
Always Sunny that they were calling it the meet cute, and they were all really confused.
But I got it from The Holiday,
Right.
which is when the point when two serendipitously meet.
That's
That's
us.
so cute.
Isn't that so? So let's talk.
Yes.
Let's talk about how did this happen?
I
Height
don't,
of
I don't
COVID.
really have a great memory, so Carly can tell it.
Okay. Well, it was.
I could tell it if you want because I listened to the podcast.
No, how we met.
Oh,
How we
I-
met.
Oh, got you.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Carl.
go ahead.
Go ahead, Carl.
Go ahead, Carl. Take it away.
So it was height of the lockdown, and we were all inside our homes and
And you were living in Atlanta at the time.
Yep, Atlanta.
And
Very
we-
close by.
Yeah, close by, but we'd
Close by.
never met in person.
We had never
Never met in person. Okay.
We were not friends, but we had kind of we ran with some of the same
Yeah,
people.
went to the same hair salon.
Right. And so we naturally started following each
You
other.
went to the same hair salon,
Yes.
but you'd never met
Nope,
each other.
never met each
Never.
other.
Got it.
Just kind of the third party acquaintance kind of thing, but not still had never met, never really conversed other than Instagram. And she had started just really sharing her life on Instagram. And I think I kind of started responding to it just because it was that thing that was so magnetic of just being open, being a normal person. And I was that way too on Instagram.
Yeah.
And so I saw her starting to link stuff.
And this is during COVID.
Yeah.
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 So you're
very,
going
very
into
early.
and you've got your masks on to get your hair done, or
Yes.
you guys
Yeah, you
breaking
had-
the
Yes.
rules.
Oh, yes, you did.
You had
Okay.
to.
Yeah.
So like you don't
Atlanta
even
was
know.
a little lax, but
Okay.
you definitely had to.
So
At the
you
hair
could
salon.
have passed and
Yeah.
never
Could've.
recognized
Yeah.
each other.
Yes,
100%.
it was great going into the hair salon with
Okay.
a mask because
Yeah.
you could go in like super ugly
Yeah.
and just who cares? Half your face
The
is
magic
covered.
would be finished.
Great hair,
Exactly.
ugly.
Okay.
But it also led to a big issue with maskne, which we can get into later. But Gretchen was had asked me; she was interested. I was posting about the Lumi Spa, and this is actually a great story because I was personally I had gotten all the way to Ruby and had dropped back down to gold, and I was like, something's got to change. I've got to do something. In 90 days, I had gone from gold to diamond. And I decided in that month, the month that I met Gretchen, for 30 days, I was going to post a different thing about the Lumi Spa every single day and just see what comes of it. And on the 27th day, Gretchen responded to my Instagram story. And
Cute.
I know.
Can I pause
Yes,
here for
yes.
one moment
Yeah.
and tell you, which you both know, I actually believe in the 40-year history of Nu Skin, and in the 21-year history of social media in Nu Skin. I think that response was the most financially lucrative response of the entire business
Crazy.
ever.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Like mic drop. Like we could look that up and search it, but I bet you it's the most financially valuable
Yeah.
Yes.
response
Yeah.
to a post.
Which is crazy.
And another
just-
way to say it is the one post you made
Yep.
Yeah.
that 27th
The 7th
day
Yeah.
made all the difference in your
history.
life moving
Yeah.
forward.
Quite frankly.
Well,
And for the company as well.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So
history in general.
unpause. Go ahead.
Good.
Okay. So 27th day, Gretchen asks me if she could link it on the platform, like to know it, that she was linking things on.
LTK.
And I go, no, but
But
I
if
kind
you
of have
want,
something better for you where you can link it and make this amount of money. And she was like, oh, well, that sounds good.
I'll take it.
And she couldn't figure out how to check out. So I had to buy it for her, and she had to send me money because she couldn't figure out how to go through the checkout link, which was fine. But I knew I was
so
like,
technologically,
yeah, not great.
Not very
not
literate.
not there yet.
Not literate?
But you
Yes.
but you were posting links
Yeah.
Yeah, she
to a
was
pretty
sharp.
small
I got it. She was smart.
small audience at the time,
I
right?
had no issue doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually
She was
did
like,
Google your
sure.
house, though.
You did.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever told you that. She sent me her address, and I looked up her house.
What'd you think?
I was like, oh, this is cute, Brookhaven.
Oh, cutie.
Loved it.
My
I stalked
townhome.
her. No, but,
Yeah, that seems a little. But we could come back to
but
that.
listen, she
We'll
gave
circle
me
back.
her information, and I was like,
Sure.
I don't know.
I
This
gave you my social security number.
She
I was
did.
like, whatever, sign me up.
She tried blood type.
Okay.
Who knows?
Okay.
So I ordered it for her, and I was like, "Look, you could link this. I know the pennies you're making on that
Mm-hmm.
platform you're using right now. Why don't you take a look at this?" And she was adamant that she was like, "Okay, I kind of get what this is.
Mm-hmm.
I see it. I see what you're doing, but I just want you to know I don't really want any part of that. Like I don't really want any part of a team. Like I've been in.
She just wants to post links.
Yeah.
Just wanna make money.
Right. She just wanted to make money, and I was like, great. What do you want? She said, pair of A gold jeans.
They're like $200 jeans.
That's all she wanted.
A gold?
Yep.
It's a brand.
I haven't heard of that. I've heard of like Golden Goose. I've heard of AG.
Yep.
I've never heard of A gold.
Yes.
AGOLDE.
Okay.
Can research that. It's. Yeah. Kathy's remembering all of
Okay.
it.
I mean, are we talking bootleg or are we talking, what are we,
Listen,
what are we going here?
anything ankle at that point.
Anything you want.
Yep.
Little
Okay.
ankle,
Gotcha.
ankle
Gotcha.
pant.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
big rips. The 90s.
they make
I think
men's
it's called
jeans?
90s fit. I actually remember.
That I actually
Men's?
ended up buying, and they are the worst jeans for my body type.
Really?
It's hilarious. Yeah, they don't fit. They don't go
Yeah.
past my thighs.
But it's all she wanted.
What's
It's
all I
Okay.
all she wanted.
As opposed-
And I saw the impact that she had on her group of people. I could just see, because she impacted me as well. You know, I felt like a friend to her. And I was like, wow, this person who I just really don't know, but I feel like I can get to know, we just clicked. Like we literally just clicked. We were both not the kind of people who hang out with random people or really care to make new friends. But one day, I literally just came over to her house, and I don't think I left for
You didn't.
6 months.
It was great. We just like literally lived together
You
Yes.
and
became-
built the business.
Yes.
During the height of COVID.
During
Yes.
COVID. Yeah.
And yeah. And she wanted. She was like, "Listen, I don't know about the team stuff. Like I've been kind of burnt out from that, from her
I was
corporate."
a sales manager.
Yeah,
So I was
yeah.
like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I listened to her, and I was like, let me just meet her where she's at. Let me just meet her where she's at, listen to her. And, you know, I had some pressure from my uplines of like, well, she's not going to build a team,
Yeah,
whatever. I'm
yeah.
just let her do her thing that she's
Yeah.
good at, and let her feel confident, let her feel good. And she's like, Carly, all these people are asking me to join my team.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she's like, but, you know, I can't do that. I'm like, just come on. Just we'll do it. I'll help. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Or I will help lead. And very, very quickly, she was like, wait a second. I know how to lead
Yeah.
these people. And it was so easy for her just to the people immediately when she would speak to them, it came so natural, which of course we knew because of her leadership previously, but it was totally different. It was a
Yeah.
way that was not like corporate America that just made people feel
Yeah.
so part of something special.
Sure.
And that was something you can't train someone how to do.
So let's pause. Now we're going to flip the camera
Yeah.
to Gretchen. So you are sitting there posting on, I almost said getting your hair done. That's not. You were
Yeah.
posting on social media. You're using LTK as a
Yeah.
platform, make a
Yeah.
little side money while you're doing your corporate gig.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you see Carly, whom you've been following, and you go to the same hair salon. So you
thought it was cool too.
What?
Yeah.
So tell it from your side of the story how the partnership
Yeah,
started.
so how I remember it is
Yeah.
I saw Carly posting, and she was you could tell that she was very good at what she did. You could tell that she was like a boss.
At
And I-
23 years
at
old.
23, well, I didn't even know
No.
how old she was.
But
I didn't
at the
care.
time you were 23
Yeah.
and you were 20.
2020. 2019, I think. Actually.
I was like 29.
No, 2020.
I was 29, not 30.
Because I threw your 30th
29.
birthday party. I was not 30.
Yes. I was not
Okay,
30.
so
I was
but
29.
but this is important, right?
Yes,
Because she
yes.
was quite a bit younger than you
For
at the
sure.
time.
Yeah, but did not.
she knew what
is
she was
very-
doing.
Yeah, she knew what she
Okay,
was doing, and
okay,
she,
got it.
she
Not
demands
anymore.
respect when she speaks. And
Okay,
when
I can see that.
She posted in a way that was like, "I'm good at what I do, and what I do is very cool." And I was like, "What is that?" And I remember some posts that you made, and I was like, "Wait,
couch.
the couch." And she was sitting in front of this couch, and she just bought a couch, and probably not compliant, but it's fine. But I was like,
It was the story.
I love business. I love I just am fascinated by it. Like anyway, so I would see her in front of the couch and going on this and saying this about the business, but she wasn't like this desperate person that I was like, I could click with her.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it looks cool and it
Yeah.
looks fun and it looks sexy. That's weird. But so then she was using the Lumi, and I was like, I need that. What is that? But I'm a business person, and I'm not talking about that because
Yeah.
I was like literally a month before, I was like, you know what? I'm going to listen to all my friends who say that I should have an Instagram presence and start linking things because everyone is asking me for whatever. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. So I did it. And then literally probably a month later
Yeah.
is when I saw Carly's post.
we probably started on the same day. The
Probably.
30
Yeah,
day.
probably.
Yes.
And it just really married so easily. And Carly instantly, somehow, understood who I was
Yeah,
and
yeah.
could I would say something and she knew what I was saying. I didn't have to explain myself to her. It is, I truly will say, it's a once in a lifetime relationship.
Yeah.
It truly is. It's like someone who you don't have to over explain. They just get what you're saying. It feels like they can almost read your mind. So then when we're doing things in the business, when we're starting and now 5 years into it, we just somehow know each other so incredibly well. We know our brains so incredibly well. You can say one thing and it's like, got it, done here. I'm doing this.
There's a video of us on stage at our event this summer, and I meant to send it to you recently. It's literally us on stage with Joanne, and we both look like the opposite ways, and then look at each other, and both go, and we don't even say anything. We just go, and for some, I don't know how, but we don't have to speak, and we know exactly what each other meant. And it was, let's spread the space on the stage so that Joanne can, it was insane.
But I think we also both have massive mutual respect for each other
Yes.
and let each other, like you were saying, strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
I know my strengths and my weaknesses, and so does she. And we really, really complement each other, I think, almost like a puzzle piece.
Yeah. And I've been using this word a lot recently that I feel like
This is child friendly, by the way. Just choose the word. I'm just
not
saying,
Gretchen.
choose the words
I am not
wisely.
child-friendly. She's child-friendly.
Okay, right, Kathy?
I'm HR.
Yeah,
Yes.
got you.
I've been using this word a lot recently, and it's championing. Like Gretchen very much so champions me, and I've been using it a lot in the context of speaking about her, that she very much so champions me in the areas that she knows her strengths, or even if they are, or whatever. It comes from respect. The amount of respect. People always ask us, how do you guys navigate? And I'm like, you think we don't fight? You think we don't butt heads? You think, but I said this yesterday. I said, do I want a team full of yes men, or do I want a team full of strong, independent women who think for themselves, who challenge the status quo, who challenge
each other,
the thought process, and that's who she is. And it's taken, we've gone through things. We haven't always been perfect, but it's taken the time and the respect and the immense amount of respect for each other that it drives us every single day, because I will always stand on stage behind her and and video and be there, and she'll do the same. She came up to help video for me, but again, that comes from the immense amount of respect we have for each other, each other's businesses, each other's leadership, each other's brains, everything. And if you have that, that's the root of it all. You can't go wrong there, because you can fight, you can do whatever, but at the end of the day, it comes back to you guys being a partnership. And having one main goal, and that's always that our team is successful, and we take that personally, and that overarches anything that we could ever argue or anything about, and we really don't.
We don't. There's also a lot of boundaries.
Yes.
Like, we understand each other's boundaries. Like, I can't really think of an example, but it's just very known.
Yeah.
That, she lets me thrive where I thrive, and knows that, I don't know.
That I need to. No, that I need that we both know where each other needs to thrive and take space, and it's how we do what we do. I don't think we'd be able to do this.
And we know what each other needs. Like, I need this and she needs this, and
But we've had to learn that as well, and I think in the last year that's changed a lot in a good way.
It has.
And you're always going to have big, you want those big personalities, right? But you're gonna butt heads. And so the only way that you make it to the other side, and that you make it better, because when we butt heads, the other side of it is the beauty, is the masterpiece, and we know that. So it's not a mean, aggressive butting heads. It's like no, I'm pushing you here because I think this could be better, or I think that's wrong, or I think whatever.
So give us an example of when you say butting heads.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm going to try to distill this down to the 5 key elements of good partnership as I listen. So I'm intentionally just trying to be quiet here and listen to you two speak, and then we'll boil it down at the end. But give me an example of when you've butted heads and you came out the other side with something greater. Because I do think in this business in particular, it gets really difficult when we're trying to drive a consistent approach to building the business, and you find something that's working, and it's like, oh man, we all need to do it that way, but we're all different, and everyone approaches business differently. And so while, that the speed of the business can go faster when you're all moving and grooving the same way.
Yeah.
You're also undermining individual talents and capabilities and personalities. But give me an example of something that went.
When the comp plan changed, the leaderboards.
Oh, and I
Okay, leaderboards.
Like when the comp plan changed,
Yep.
we've always done leaderboards. Every weekly call we have leaderboards, and this is what we recognize, this, and this. Well, when the comp plan changed,
Yep.
we needed to reevaluate and be like, what should we be recognizing?
What are they?
AKA, what is the behavior that we want to reward?
Yep.
And I remember it was like the PRAVC.
Oh yeah,
That is.
PRACSV.
It's like
By the way, that's the longest acronym I've ever heard, and I've been in
still
comp for 31 years.
This is almost a year later, and she still is like, you have to do that leaderboard. I don't know what that means.
like anyway,
I
so
get you.
but we had conversations, and it was like, I think that this should be recognized. No, I think that this should be recognized. This should go first. Here's why. Here's the vibe. Here's what the perception from the team is going to look like. No, I think it should be like that. Blah blah blah.
And it's intense. Like it's because it's about to affect our entire team.
organization.
So we're like, no, Gretchen, I don't want that. And she's like, Carly, but we have to have this because of X, Y, Z. And it's heightened, and it's not ever rude or whatever, but it's but
respect.
you have to step back and listen. And that's something both of us have had to.
Yes, and it's like a relationship. Like you got to pick your battles, right? Like there's some things, and like Carly's very, I'll say, analytical, very smart, very
Numbers
intelligent.
driven.
What?
Sorry, like numbers, data
Numbers,
driven.
data, and I'm very, what is the
You're
word?
like vision,
I'm
big
like a
visionary. Yeah.
speed, let's go. And she has to really slow me down and be like, listen, we have to think this through. And I'm like, no, who cares? Just like send it.
Yeah. And I'm like, but it's going, I see things 40 steps ahead. So I let her drive this, the front. And I'm like, okay, how is that going to affect the next 20 day, whatever, right? Like I'm forecasting or whatever. And she's envisioning this. And so between her vision, her dream, all of that, and then paired with mine a little bit, and which, yes, but like we usually have the same vision, dream.
Same goal.
And I help figure out how we're going to
like step by step.
Yes,
it's almost like I'm
detail-wise.
like, this is what I envision the team. This is what I see us in a year. Let's go take action right now. And she's like, hold on. Here are the steps that we need to take.
missing.
And we need to hold on, come back down
Okay.
to earth for a second.
Yeah,
So
very grounding, I feel like.
Yeah.
But she lifts me up, right? Because someone like me
sure.
can get caught in the data, can get
the
caught in the facts.
pragmatism.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I do. But it's a blessing and a curse, right? Because it's the reason I see patterns, I see trends, I see all of this stuff. It's so important.
Yeah.
But it helps, like we said, it balances each other out so well because it inspires me and allows me to take action with her support, and then I can help with my strength drive us a little bit while she takes the lead to be the face of
there's got to be some cool analogy. It's almost like I'm the dog on the run, and you like come and you're the leash,
the hunter.
and you're like, let me go get the leash, but you're like, come over here.
I
come
like
over.
where you're going with
Yeah,
this, but
could be good.
we
I don't
could
get
think
it.
that way. So I'm hearing a few different characteristics of what makes a good team. One, you know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and you have mutual respect for those elements. 3, I think you have extremely complementary skills.
Yes.
And 4, you let each other run and do what you do. And probably 5, and I don't know if this is true, but what I've seen as I went out to your event, you have built a culture where you have extremely, like your whole group is very similar personalities from an observer standpoint.
Yeah.
But you let like all of these impassioned, passionate, different people like go and shine. And that was one of the things I loved, Carly, today when you were down. Gretchen was jumping up on stage, and you're literally filming her up onto the stage.
And my face is like this.
Celebrating her moment. And I think that's contagious in an organization.
Yes.
Either for
People
the
see
good or
that.
the bad.
Yes.
Right.
It's kind of like when they say parents shouldn't fight in front of the kids, right? Like we should be aligned. We should have the same objectives,
We don't
the
fight in
same
front of the
approach.
kids.
And then we go with the unified direction, but we're always celebrating each other. We're always like make the most of yourself and having that work.
I want to say something here too, because someone like Gretchen, right, who's incredibly decorated in accomplishments in new skin and in life. It's someone like me who I'm not really a words of affirmation person. I didn't grow up that way. I didn't start my, I don't have uplines that way. So I didn't duplicate that down to her. But she communicated to me, hey, when you don't do that, it makes me think like, are you not proud of me or whatever, right? And knowing Gretchen's story, it's like...
Knowing her trauma.
Yeah, it's like, oh my gosh.
Let me guess.
Yeah. But,
Episode 2.
Yeah,
Let's go back.
knowing that, I'm like, wait, why
but that's important
But
to
why
you,
does
right?
why does she, who gets accolades, who gets all, this constantly, why would she need that from me?
Yeah.
And it's like, because that's like, you're actually who I care about.
Yeah.
Who I care to hear that from. And I'm like, what? And I've changed. I set an alarm every night at 9 p.m. now for words of affirmation, not just for you, because I learned that I wasn't good at it.
Cute.
Yeah, so I
know you're not good at it, but I understand the...
So what is your language of love?
Contribution.
Your so gifts?
Yeah.
No.
Like
she wants
service.
to feel like she's...
Oh, acts of service.
Yeah, but...
Okay.
But I'm talking about a driver.
Yeah, you're talking about a driver.
I know.
What is your what is your love language that you receive love in, not that you give? How do you feel loved? Yeah, I think it's quality
Therapy.
time. I think it's quality time.
Emmanuel.
Okay, yeah, it's time. It's time.
It's time. It's quality time.
Quality time.
Okay,
And then
quality
giving
time.
is acts of service, but I think that might be another trauma response of like a people pleaser type thing. But
Yes,
it's fine. I lean into
Yeah.
it.
No, but that's great.
Yeah.
So understanding each other.
Oh, 1,000%.
On that. Okay, so I have one more question, then we need to move into our next phase.
Yes.
So this is a business of teams.
Yes.
Right? There's no success individually in this business, period, right? It just can't happen. So what would be the advice that you would each give, when everyone needs a partner, everyone needs a team, everyone needs to build a culture. What would you encourage people to do as they're building their business to find those partners who become their
Us.
Gretchen, their Carly, their like what, because you can spend so much time trying to convince the wrong people to be the right ones, or you go spend your time finding the right people, which in my life, I think life's too short to spend all the time trying to convince the wrong people 100%. To be the right people for you, right?
And everyone is not going to be your person.
That's right.
And that is totally okay.
It's okay, yeah.
I think that when I think of Carly, it's like the massive amount of respect that I have. Don't look at me. The massive amount of respect that I have for her in her life, but also in the business, has I don't know, it's like I could never imagine being this like partner in crime, right wing man, whatever it's called, with someone who I just didn't massively respect and believe in and want the success for her. And like, it can't be faked. It can't be halfway. It has to be like all in on it. And I feel safe to be my full potential, to live out to my full potential. Like when Carly and I have these discussions about like my future, I feel so safe in knowing that I have someone who like truly picks up my weaknesses. And as far as like advice for how to find that, I really don't know. I feel like that is a God wink. That is fate. That is
not helpful to people listening, probably.
It's not,
but true.
but when you find it, it's like
you know.
Well, here's my
I don't have any
observation,
advice.
and it's very so maybe
So that wasn't helpful.
There may but I would my observation of your team, and I was there with your 26 closest top leaders, and then I was sat in the room of 150. I felt like you had that relationship with almost everyone you were interacting with as I observed it. So I do think it is, to your point, whether it's a God-given gift or a way of approaching your teams, I do feel like you two, and I've seen it, Amanda, I've seen it across your team, there is this unique characteristic that I think you all share in this kind of open vulnerability,
Yeah.
but collective support.
Yes. It's not
in the organization.
It's competitive, not against each other. And I think that's the big
Yes.
thing is
Yeah.
that our team, we share secrets, we share volumes, we share where we are, with all these things
Yeah,
that people
yeah.
keep
Struggles.
so quiet. We're so transparent, so open. And that is what creates a culture of people who trust you, who believe in you, and who want to follow you off a cliff
I love
because
that.
And who want
I
to
love
see you
that.
win.
Yes.
Like it is.
Yeah.
true.
even when
It's-
they're not, they're having a bad season and
Yeah.
they're front row screaming.
But
Yeah.
we are, I mean, it literally is, we like joke that it's like the mom and the dad.
Yes.
And it is like they are looking to us to see what we do in times of struggle, to what
Yeah,
we do
yeah.
when this person's having success, when this person didn't, when we could have done this differently, like learn from our mistakes, take accountability. And they are looking directly at us. And then it just trickles into the organization. Like I'm a huge believer that leaders eat last. And that's what we, in my opinion, all embody. It's like, yeah, it's great. I can win an award. You can win an award.
Right.
You can do this. You
We
can
don't
do
care.
this. But how can you get your organization up on that leaderboard? How
Yeah.
can you? And it's they watch us feel that about ourselves. That it's almost like they embody it if they didn't naturally already. A lot of them do. I mean,
Yeah,
you
they're
attract-
like, I can't wait to run after my girl on the stage
Right.
and video her because
Right.
they're seeing. I'm literally like,
yeah,
I
Yeah.
think Mark has someone has a video of me doing that, and I'm like,
stage mom.
yes, because
I-
you just
yeah.
so that's all you want.
I think it's so important. We often debate is nature versus nurture,
Yes.
Yeah.
right? When we're raising kids, raising a team, raising
have-
family, and the reality. I think the reality
Nurture
is
each other.
there is far, far, far more impact on individuals and teams on the nurturing side than the nature side. And so I do think they watch you, they observe you, your whole team, and you guys have built now a collective culture where they're strengthening you. I'm saying they, the team,
Yeah. Of course.
strengthen you, edifying you while you're doing the
Yes.
same back. And then you have
lose
set
that
the
way.
example of how it works. So it's a beautiful thing. And we're out of time. So let's
Yeah,
wrap
I'm
this one
out.
up and then we're
Yep.
going to jump into a next one. So
Okay.
thanks everyone for joining. And thank you both for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Bye-bye.
Bye.